Deciding to become a surrogate is, well, it's just an incredible, generous thing to do. But with that amazing decision comes a really critical first step. You have to find an agency that's going to protect you and support you on this journey. So in this explainer, we're going to walk through exactly how to find that perfect partner step by step. It almost always starts right here. Just this powerful, heartfelt desire to help someone else build their family. It's such a personal and emotional starting point, and it absolutely deserves to be honored and protected every step of the way. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because the right agency can make all the difference. It can turn a really complex process into an amazing, rewarding journey. So our goal here is to give you the tools you need to vet agencies with total confidence, so you know your journey will be safe, supportive, and everything you hope for. So where do you even begin? Well, your investigation actually starts right from your couch. An agency's digital footprint can tell you a surprising amount before you even think about picking up the phone. Okay, so this is where you can start to see the difference between what an agency promises and what it actually proves. On their website, you're going to find all the official language. They'll talk about respect and care and transparency, but their social media, that's where you might find the reality. You want to see them go beyond just the buzzwords. Are they actually posting about real surrogates, celebrating milestones? Are you seeing pictures of staff at appointments? That's where you see their promises in action. But let's be real, an agency's own content is only ever going to tell you half the story. To get the real, unfiltered truth, you need to hear from the women who have already walked this path. Their experiences are absolutely invaluable. Now this is the kind of review you're hunting for. See how it's not just a 5-star rating? It's specific. It tells you how the agency delivered. Clear communication, emotional support, and, super important, financial reliability. That kind of detail, it's absolute gold. So how do you spot a review that's actually legit? You look for these things right here. Real reviews, they tell a story. They've got details, they've got personal thoughts, maybe a sense of gratitude. You want to be a little cautious of reviews that are super vague or seem to just repeat the same generic phrases over and over. You're looking for authentic stories. Okay, so once you've done your online snooping and you've got a good feel for the agency, it's time to dig a little deeper for some cold, hard facts. These are the absolute non-negotiables for a legit operation. Think of these as the absolute basics. Any reputable agency has to have a physical public office address that you can actually look up on a map. Their website and their contact info, it should look professional and be easy to find. And this last one is so important. You have to know you can reach someone after hours. Babies and medical questions don't stick to a 9-to-5 schedule, right? But beyond those basics, there is one single detail that can speak volumes about an agency's commitment to really, really high standards. And the answer might actually surprise you. It's one. Just one. Out of all 50 states in the U.S., only New York requires surrogacy agencies to be officially licensed. And that tells you something pretty critical. The bar for regulation is surprisingly low in most of the country. And here's why that matters so much. Even if you don't live anywhere near New York, an agency that holds that license has chosen to hold itself to the highest standards in the entire nation. We're talking about things like mandatory background checks for all staff, financial oversight to make sure your compensation is protected, and really strict ethical guidelines. It is the ultimate stamp of credibility. All right, you've done your research, you've checked the facts. Now we get to the most important step of all, the actual conversation. This is where you find out if the reality lives up to the reputation. A quick phone call or a video chat can reveal so much. It's your chance to get a feel for the actual people behind the website. This isn't just a formality. It's your opportunity to see if that culture of care they talk about is actually real. You need to ask them to walk you through the entire journey. Support shouldn't just end at delivery. A great agency is going to offer you emotional support, logistical help from the moment you sign up until well after the baby is born. You want a team that's with you for the long haul. Listen, this next one is a total make-or-break question. Emergencies, last-minute questions, or just those moments of anxiety. They can happen at any time. You have to know without a single doubt that you can reach a real person from your support team on a weekend, on a holiday, or in the middle of the night. So this benefit package, that's the full financial agreement. It outlines everything from your base pay to allowances for things like maternity clothes or travel. And listen to me on this.
Never, ever move forward on just verbal promises. A transparent agency will be happy to give you this detailed breakdown in writing. It protects you, and it makes sure there are no nasty surprises down the road. And while you're asking all these questions, pay really close attention to how they respond. Are they rushing you off the phone, or are they patient and knowledgeable? Do they give you clear answers? And most importantly, do you get a sense of genuine care and professionalism? Seriously, trust your gut on this one. All right, you've done the research, you've had the big conversation. Now it's time to pull it all together and make your choice with confidence.
You can even use this as your final scorecard. So let's run through it. Did the agency hit the mark on transparency, with everything clear and in writing? Is their support system strong, with a dedicated coordinator and after-hours help? Are their reviews detailed and authentic? Do they pass the basic legitimacy test, and is that New York license there as a big plus? And finally, how did they make you feel? Did you feel respected, heard, and cared for? The right agency will check every single one of those boxes. Because, after all the checklists and all the research, it really comes down to this. You are offering an incredible, life-changing gift. So you need to choose the agency that not only understands that, but honors it in every single thing they do. That's the partner you deserve to have by your side.